Now, before Nintendo and Sega rose from the ashes from the dreaded video game crash, Atari was a company that stood above all, dominating the video game scene and experimenting with ways to change the market. The Atari consoles were truly revolutionary and deserved their place in video game history. But with their experimentations in the video game market came an unreleased console that was intriguing to say the least. And so in today's video, we'll be discussing the Atari Cosmos. The Cosmos was Atari's experiment in holographic video gaming technology. Atari purchased all the rights possible for anything to do with holography and began to work on a new tabletop-based game which would have allowed 8 different games to work with 8 different holographic backdrops. The games were not actually 3D holographic games, however, but moving LEDs behind a transparent holographic image to add more of an environment to the game than just simply a bunch of flashing LED lights on the screen, such as handhelds from Mattel's Electronics and Coleco Electronics. The Cosmos was created by Atari Inc. engineers Alan Alcorn, Harry Jenkins, and Roger Hector. Work on the Cosmos began in 1978. Now, as previously mentioned, Atari purchased most of the rights to holographic items so that they could make the system possible. The Cosmos was to have 9 released games, but all of the game's logistics was included within the Cosmos itself. The cartridges only contained the holographic images and a notch to identify what game it was. This technically made the Cosmos a dedicated console, but Atari Incorporated didn't publicize this fact. Now, in ads made for the systems before the console was actually cancelled, Atari Incorporated claimed that the holographic images were lifelike in 3D. While this may have been true, the images didn't influence the actual gameplay at all. There were only 2 images to a game, though they did enhance each game's appearance. The game was intended to run off of an AC adapter, not batteries, and the Cosmos would have supported up to 2 players. Now, in 1981, the Cosmos was exhibited in the 1981 New York Toy Fair. Reviewers were extremely critical of the system, but Atari stood by it and managed to obtain 8,000 pre-orders at the show alone. Engineering logs indicated 250 unit run was to be made, but it's unclear if they were all produced. The interviews by Kurt Vendel with Al Alcorn and Steve Providence managed to remove all the parts and components from the Holoptics lab and are speculated to have been destroyed. Shortly after that, Ray Kassar directed Al Alcorn to close down the Holoptics lab and remove all the holographic photography equipment and associated machinery. Many ads were made as stated previously, and the system's boxes were manufactured. Everything seemed ready to go, but Atari pulled the plug at the end of 1981. It was speculated that Atari felt that the Cosmos was too much of a risk in the face of the criticism that it had received. The Atari Cosmos used the same CPU chip that was later used in the EdTech's InventorVision tabletop game. The chip was called the COPS411. Each of the 8 Atari Cosmo games cartridges were keyed so that they would press a combination of the 5 contact buttons located on the LED board with a pattern of plastic keys on the back of each Atari Cosmos game cartridge. Now, since the game cartridges only consisted of a plastic shell, a set of contact keys, and a transparent hologram, the price of each game was expected to cost as low as $10 to $12 each. Now, only 5 Cosmo units are known to exist today. 3 are empty mock-up shells shown at the World of Atari show 1998 in Las Vegas, and the other 2 units are fully functional. 1 empty shell and 1 fully functional unit are owned by the Atari History Museum, while the other functioning unit is owned by a former Atari employee. While considered one of the rarest of Atari's unreleased products, one of the functioning Atari Cosmos has been seen at several Philly Classics video gaming shows, as well as the Vintage Computer Fest 3.0. The unit is set out as part of the Atari History Museum's exhibits run by Kurt Vendel, running with Space Invaders or Asteroids for showgoers to play. And that is what is known of the Atari Cosmos. Thank you guys for watching. Check out some of our other videos if you like, and don't forget to follow us on Twitter and give us any suggestions for any future videos. And don't forget to visit GG Labs and use our promo code EvilPixels for a discount during checkout. And I'll catch you all next time.